The old school formation is back, yes, and it is the formation you are looking at right on your screen right here. Yes, it is the 4-2-3-1 with the 3 cams. Now, a lot of you may or may not know the pro player Gorilla, a good friend of mine, absolutely love him. He swears by this formation. He has said many times on stream that this is the only formation he is now going to use for the rest of FIFA. So what, well, FC, whatever you want to call it. So what have I done over the last few days? Experimented with the 4-2-3-1 to see if I like it, and I absolutely love it. But before we get into that, and before we get into the custom tactics, drop this video a like for me, drop a comment down below, and if you can please hit that subscribe button to my channel, that would mean the world to me. So without any further ado, let's get into the custom tactic. For your cheapest and most reliable place to buy your FC25 coins, please go and check out mmoexp.com. Remember to use the code WOLF at the checkout for now a massive 8% off your order. Link below. Go now. Now remember as well, the code will be the top pinned comment down below in the comment section. So if you want to copy my custom tactics play for play, bar for bar, you can literally just type in use new tactic with a code, type in the code, and you will copy these custom tactics right there and then. But also as well, it will be in the last 15, 20, 30 seconds of the video, or if you want to stay around for the whole video and watch the video, that would mean the world to me, because that does help me out and help out the channel a lot. So as we get into the tactical preset, a little bit of an obvious one. Yes, we are going to be using custom on the tactical preset without any shadow of a doubt. It is by far the only thing you should be using. Why on earth you would want to use your manager's FC preset with the tactical preset, I have got absolutely no idea. So custom on the tactical preset. It is of course the 4-2-3-1 narrow, so the one with the 3 cams. Yes, the one with the 3 cams rather than the left midfielder and the right midfielder. I absolutely love this formation, by the way. It's way better than I thought it was going to be when I've been using it over the last few days, especially with a few of the little tweaks that I have made with the custom tactics as well. This formation is unbelievable. So the 4-2-3-1 narrow. Now, like I've said in a lot of my videos over the last few days, with the build-up style, yes, you do own, well, there is 2 options that you can use. Option number 1 is the one that I really recommend that you use, and I think it is the best one, and it is balanced on the build-up style. Players will vary between forward runs and coming short. The team's transition to the in-possession shape will be steady rather than sudden. I swear by that, YouTube. I really do. I absolutely swear by it. I do think it is the best thing that you can use with the build-up style. But if you struggle defensively, which I don't actually think this will be many of you in the 4-2-3-1, because this formation is so good defensively, I would recommend counter. I do think counter, excuse me, is a good and viable option to use, but only if you are struggling to defend in this game. If not, definitely use balanced on the build-up style. And that does actually bring us nicely onto the defensive approach as well, with using what you want to use if you struggle defensively. If you are not struggling defensively, or you at least think you are a competent defender, I cannot stress to you how important using the 95 line height with aggressive defensive approach is. It is genuinely game breaking how overpowered and how broken this is. You just have to use it, in my humble opinion. If you can defend on this game, you have to use the 95 line height. It doesn't drain your stamina, all of these things. It's genuinely game breaking. You have to use it, in my opinion. But if you are someone like, again, who is struggling defensively, I would maybe recommend going down to a high or a balanced defensive approach. Try one of them out, see which ones you prefer. Me personally, out of the 2, I would prefer high, but that's just my personal opinion. So you definitely use 95 aggressive line height. It is so needed. And that brings us nicely onto the player roles. The striker, I'm not going to spend too much time on the striker, because when you're only playing one striker on FC25, I really do think that striker does either have to be on advanced forward and attack, or poacher. I much prefer advanced forward and attack. That's just how I play the game. There's no real rhyme or reason for that. It's just what I prefer when I'm using my striker, especially with just one striker, whether it be in a 4-2-1-3, a 4-2-3-1 like today's video. I think advanced forward and attack is so important on the game. Now, all 3 cams are on exactly the same thing, and they are all on Shadow Striker. Yes, all 3 of them are on Shadow Striker, with no playstyle, with no player role plus or anything, because I don't think it matters. Having done so much experimenting with the player roles, having plus on your players, in my humble opinion, really does not make a difference. Now, this really helps us out with the attacking phase of the game when we are using the 4-2-3-1. It is so important to have all three of your cams on Shadow Striker. If you don't, they kind of don't really get involved too much in the attacking phase of play, and you will struggle to create opportunities. So having all three of them on Shadow Striker is an absolute game changer in the 4-2-3-1, and like I said, in my humble opinion, is pretty much a necessity. I wouldn't change that. Just because your player doesn't have plus on the player roles, it does not matter. It really doesn't. I cannot stress to you how important them three cams being on Shadow Striker will help you out in the attack. Now, I personally now use one CDM on holding and defend. So my right side is CDM, will be on holding and defend, and then my left side is CDM, will be on deep line, playmaker and build up. Yes, deep line, playmaker and build up. But if you want to use both of them on deep line, playmaker and build up, that is absolutely fine. I actually personally prefer it, but I know a lot of you don't, so that's why I did try out the holding, which did work. So if you were to ask me point blank in the face, which one do I think is better, I think having both CDMs on deep line, playmaker and build up is better, but I know a lot of you struggle when you use both CDMs on deep line, playmaker and build up with, for example, a 4-2-1-3. So that's why I tried having one of them on holding. That definitely did work. I did actually concede less goals with that, so maybe it really does help you out defensively. But for me, I like both my CDMs on deep line, playmaker and build up. Really does help. Because of the 4-2-1-3 meta, which really annoys me, I absolutely hate the 4-2-1-3 meta YouTube. It's one of my most hated formations ever to play against. It is the most meta, like by far. It is a broken formation, but because of that, I'm not allowed to do what I want to do playing FC. I love to have overlapping fullbacks, overlapping wingbacks. It really helps me out in the attacking phase of play, and I just like to be aggressive in the attack. I like to score more goals than my opposition. I'm not really bothered about keeping a clean sheet. As long as I score more goals, I'm happy. But the 4-2-1-3 is in the game, and it is a broken custom tactic. So to negate that, when our opponent is playing a 4-2-1-3, you have to use both your left back and your right back on fullback and defend. I don't like using it, but you kind of have to. If you come up against an opponent that is playing the 4-2-1-3 and you've got an overlapping fullback or wing back, that your opponent's winger won't track back, they'll cheat, you'll lose the ball in transition, and your opponent will have a free run on goal from the winger on that side because your fullback's out of position. It is so annoying, but because of that, both the left back and the right back are on fullback and defend. Both centre backs though are just on defender and defend. It doesn't make any difference what you use, that's just what I use. And then the goalkeeper is on goalkeeper and balance. Makes no difference between sweeper keeper and goalkeeper, in my opinion. It really doesn't. I've tried them both and I think they both play similar. So that's how the team lines up with the ball. Very overpowered, and like I said, the three shadow strikers on the cams are a necessity, in my opinion, to make this formation work. And there you will see the code right on your screen right there, and that is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, you know what to do. Smash that like button, drop a comment down below any questions you have, and please hit that subscribe button to my channel so you never miss a video of mine. Thank you for watching. Remember, spread the love and positivity. PMA, positive mental attitude. Peace out. One love.